my partner as well, is very special. Nice little helicopter, nice lunch as well, so it's been nice to have her here this time. And even for me myself, I left home pretty young, so seeing some of these sites for the first time is cool as well. We're really excited to be on the grid finally. I think it's always cool to be able to represent your country and to be able to fulfill that dream now and be able to call it a job. I'm really looking forward to that and just driving race cars again.
Hey Oscar, well you made it into the points.
Yes.
Pleased with that? Pleased with that?
Yeah, very happy with the day. I think starting from 11th, getting into the points is a good effort around Monaco. So yeah, happy with that. I think we executed the race very well. Firstly, we're starting on the hards. And then going on to the inters, I think at the right time as well, and just communicating very well on that. So happy with that. Yeah, after a point, to get a point in the first Monaco weekend, very, very happy.
And great team result as well to get both cars in the top 10.
Yeah, of course. I think on the inters, I think we were both quite quick. Obviously, Lando was very, very quick, especially at the start of the inter stint. Yeah, obviously other teams had good days as well, but no, confident we can try and make some progress from there, and to have both of us in the points is always a good result, especially with sort of the top 4 teams as quick as they are. When you can get both of us in the points, it's always a good day.
Formula One comes to Melbourne for the Australian Grand Prix.
I'm racing remote control cars to go. Now being able to call myself an F1 driver as my job title is very exciting and very nice. Oh, it's from Lando. G'day mate, welcome to your first home race. I've had a few of these now and nothing beats it fast. And yeah, having good recovery, good rest is super important because yeah, driving takes a lot of energy out of you, but so does the rest of the activities. Just flopping on the bed. We've got to train our necks a lot in the world of F1 because we've got 4 or 5 Gs going through our neck, or 6 under brake, a comfy pillow to make sure it's fully rested. Very important for us. Might steal this and take it to the track with me.
So one of the things that we manage with Oscar is his energy levels throughout the year.
24/7 is always very well needed. Always dreamed of being able to race at Albert Park, but never dared to think of it as a reality. So to have it, see what we can do. Hopefully we can try and get some points and put on a good show for. Hello, yeah, all good. This is always the hardest part of the job.
It's very cold, but it's a good morning. Welcome to McLaren, you must be Oscar.
Thank you, yes, that is me. My name is Oscar Piastri and today is my first day at McLaren.
I have some items for you here. Access card.
It's important. I'm allowed in everywhere now.
Site map.
Now I know where I'm going.
There's a phone for you as well.
Thank you.
And a tablet.
It's always a fun day.
One more thing. There's your car key.
So I got the keys to a McLaren Artura. Very, very cool car. Let's go find it. Haha, my new wheels. I believe this is called Perks of the Job. Hey Google, play some music. Excited. Here we are. So Bruce McLaren, nice to meet you. 60th year of racing here at McLaren this year, so for me it's pretty special to be starting my journey with McLaren in such a historic year. I won't hold the fact that he was a Kiwi against him, but that's okay. So I've met a lot of people in the team today. Getting there with the names, there is a lot of people here at McLaren. Made me feel part of the team straight away. I got up in front of pretty much the whole team and yeah, give my opening to share the start of my journey with all of you guys here is a big privilege for me. A little bit nerve-wracking, but I think I handled it all right. Super license. I don't think I've ever signed one of these before. I'm sure I must have. We signed my super license, so I'm now allowed to drive on the racetrack, which is also very handy. And there we go. Something I've wanted to do since I was a little kid, be an F1 driver, so to have the official license to do it was a very special. After that, some time in the simulator, cool part of the day. Here we go. This is pretty cool. One of Mika's old suits from the 14th of June 2001. So I'm only just older than that suit. And I'm pretty sure he was called the Flying Finn. Let me just double check that. I think he was. There you go, Mika Häkkinen, the Flying Finn, because of course he was very fast. Got one of Kimi Räikkönen's old suits as well, another Flying Finn. And then we've got Lewis Hamilton. So those two suits, they're from the era that I started watching F1, pretty much. Fernando Alonso, spent a bit of time working with him last year. Onto Lando's suit from last year too. Nice and bright, nice and papaya. And I'm assuming pretty similar to what I'll be wearing this year. So, shall we go check that? Very nice. To see all that for the first time, it's really sinking in what I'm part of and the family that I'm part of for some actual driving. So that's the fun part. That's what I signed up for. Yeah, hi, Mum. My first day's been good. Yes, it is cold, and no, the food's not as good as yours. Yeah, there's a lot of learning, so I feel like I'm in good hands. It's been a day that I'll remember for a hell of a long time. All right, that's it. First day done, first day on the job. So yeah, let's get stuck into the season.
Great to have you back in Melbourne.
Yes, nice to be back, especially on my dad's side of the family. We've always sort of watched motorsport, and my dad's business is in the automotive industry, so I think it's sort of just run down the family, but also, you know, I like my sports in general, especially when I was a little kid. I played all sorts of sports. I actually raced remote control cars first, fast, but I also really like just trying to win and improve and the competitiveness. So that's really where my love of motorsport came through.
This track, which you probably know very well being a Melbourne boy, but also any track.
I'll be in the simulator for a day or two trying to learn. I was able to learn a bit last year being a reserve driver, but there's unfortunately no substitute for doing laps. So,
favourite section?
I'm really looking. It looks fast. I mean, a lot of the fast corners are the ones that as racing drivers we like, and it's where the F1 cars excel. So that high speed chicane is the section I'm really looking forward to. But I think the whole track, you know, I'm excited to get out there and see what it's all about. I think, you know, when you're a racing driver and crashing or the fear or anything like that, I think it usually only kicks in once something goes wrong on track and you're heading towards a wall or something like that. But, you know, it is something you have to manage, and you know, that's sort of it's tricky, but yeah, certainly I think that's what makes a good racing driver, you know, being able to exploit the limits without going over.
Great to have Melburnian representing.
Yes, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, so yeah, nice to have you guys.
Hello. Now, when we spoke last after the race in Monaco, you were talking about the pass you did in the wet and saying that was kind of like, that was pretty nice. What we hadn't seen during the race was your incredible first lap move.
I completely forgot about it as well. It was that long of an afternoon.
How could you forget that? That was amazing.
Yeah, it was nice. Did my homework before the race from the man that just walked away, actually. I think it was 2019, he did the same thing around there, so did my homework on that one. Trusted that I wasn't going to end up in the wall, so yeah, it worked. I mean, I did lose the spotted corner before, so it was net zero, but yeah, it looked nice on TV.
It looked phenomenal. Who says you can't pass at Monaco? How much of a pep in your step has a good weekend in Monaco given you?
Yeah, it was nice. I think the lead up to the weekend I still want to improve on, like through Friday and FP3. But yeah, have a clean qualifying, or a clean weekend, clean qualifying close to Lando, and then a clean race that was well executed and managed to get a point. It's a nice feeling. Obviously, I'd like to do it for more than just 1 point, but I think it was just a solid weekend. We did everything right. We got the point on merit, so it was nice. Like I said, still some things to improve on, but I think that's always going to be the case this early on. So happy about that. Hopefully our pace is similar this weekend. We'll see. But no, looking forward to it.
The opening races of this season haven't been easy for F1 rookies. Sure, you know Bahrain. After that, a swathe of very difficult street circuits. Now, though, heading into a European season, with the exception of Canada, on circuits that you know, that you've raced at, that you've won at. What a difference does that make?
Yeah, it's nice to come back to some more traditional circuits that I've been to before. In saying that, here's obviously got a couple of new corners, but the other 10 corners or so I've done 1 million laps on, like the rest of us. Fernando maybe 2 million. No, I'm looking forward to it, and you know, just having a track I'm more familiar with. You know, you don't have to. Well, there's no walls to have to try and brush, or if you are, you've done something very wrong. But so that should make building up to the weekend a bit easier, and you know, just being able to focus on the really small things that can make the lap time difference. So it'll be nice. I'll come back to you after the weekend and see if I really preferred it, but no, it'll be nice to have somewhere a bit more familiar for me and the other rookies, for sure.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you.
Oscar, how after you first?
But no, I enjoyed cricket growing up, so looking forward to it. Because in Australia, Obviously, our seasons are the opposite to here, so the racing season kind of went from like April to October, November, and then the Christmas period was cricket season. So I used to play cricket in the racing off season. Even when I went to school here in the UK, I played a few games in between races when I could. So yeah, I've always enjoyed it. I guess it's kind of just in my blood. Being it's definitely a bit safer than rugby. It's funny though, I've actually had more injuries playing cricket than I have racing cars. You know, a ball
broken
getting
fingers, that sort of stuff. Yeah.
I haven't broken anything playing cricket, but yeah, you know, a ball to the end of the finger or something like that. It's painful when it happens. So hopefully that doesn't happen today.
A real reflection of where the team is at the moment.
I think so. Yes. I think qualifying on Saturday was pretty unexpected to be that high up on the grid. You know, obviously Lando in third, myself in Q3, and I think, you know, without a big mistake I made in Q3, I think we should have been able to have both of us up there, which was very encouraging. So yeah, we just seemed to be really good in those cold, tricky conditions. Monaco was a bit of a similar story when it rained. So yeah, that seems to be our strength, and yeah, the races and when it's warmer seem to be our weakness at the moment. So we need to try and get on top of that, and hopefully a pretty decent step in performance, I would say. Baku was probably the first step, but in a pretty different direction in terms of where the car development was heading. And, you know, that's all been sort of as we expected from all the numbers. And now this is, you know, building on that new direction. So
Today, the game.
I do like the McLaren games.
See, look,
already. But you're asking me the first question. Because it's spicy. It just adds a bit too much to you. I would not.
What is it?
It's Monaco, Le Mans, and Indy 500.
We are.
There was, but not anymore. Nearly got me there. I have, yeah.
Should we stop?
We should, yes.
I said
We should, yes.
got him.
Okay, yes.
Oh, no, again.
Useless at this.
Okay.
That's not even a yes or no
What's your
question.
name? Yes. Is the sky blue?
Kind of grey at the moment. Yeah, you're up there.
Huh.
I have twice actually. Do we have to?
There we are. 2, I don't know.
Are you ready?
This apparently can go first.
I am
Right,
first.
I'll see you guys first.
Well, it didn't electrocute me, so that's a good start.
Okay.
The best driver on the grid. I mean, I come across them, yeah, like on TikTok or whatever.
Okay. Tell me the truth.
I want to see what your answer is to that. What?
Have you...
I've now turned into Jaws. But it gives you a bit of a shock.
Wow.
No. I was a good kid growing up. I actually haven't snuck out of my house before. I have snuck a friend around before. No, that was no one. Yeah, the only teammate I ever had in F1, sure. Look at